Hello everyone and welcome to a new lesson with Miss Rafa. Today we're going to start with Unit 5, A World of Plants, عالم من النباتات. If you're ready, let's get started together. Today in Module 2, Natural World, we're going to study Unit 5, A World of Plants. Do you like nature? Let's start with some vocabulary first. Biome, biome, biome. A large naturally occurring community of flora and fauna occupying a major habitat, for example, forest or tundra. Dome, dome, dome. Environmentalist, environmentalist, environmentalist. Exotic, exotic, exotic. Greenhouse, greenhouse, greenhouse. Humidity, humidity, humidity. Temperate, temperate, temperate. Waterfall, waterfall, waterfall. Now let's start our lesson with a discussion. 1. Read the article on the Eden project below. A whole planet under glass. The Eden project, which opened in the year 2000, is a living plant museum in the countryside in the southwest of England. It is a very popular attraction and millions of visitors come every year to see plants from all over the world growing in this special environment. Some plants grow outside, but many are in specially built domes, called biomes, where the temperature and humidity are carefully controlled. The biomes are like giant greenhouses, and one, the Humidotropics Biome, is the largest greenhouse in the world. It is over 55 meters high and 200 meters long and contains many thousands of exotic plants not found in England. One of the purposes of the project is to show how dependent human beings are on plants and to educate people on the importance of preserving our natural environment. Aside from the plant life, the Eden Project has fascinating interactive exhibits for people of all ages. Many of the visitors are groups of school children, and the Eden Project combines educational value with scientific interest and a huge variety of spectacular plant life. Now let's answer some questions. What is special about the Eden Project? It is a museum of unusual living plants. هو متحف للنباتات الحية الغريبة. How do you evaluate the purpose of the project? It's very good. Who visits the Eden Project? Why? People visit it from all over the world. Would you like to visit the Eden Project? Why? Yes, I would, because it's a very interesting place. What attracts your attention in these two pictures? The big blue domes, the people inside them, and the exotic-looking plants. What does the word "it" in line 8 in bold in the text above refer to? It refers to the Humidotropics Biome. What educational uses could the Eden Project serve? Educate the public about the importance of preserving the natural environment and for people to learn about a wide variety of plant species. Question 2. Listen to 5 people talking about the Eden Project. Why didn't one of the speakers enjoy the visit?
Speaker 1.
I visited the Eden Project last year with my wife and our 2 children. We spent a wonderful day there. The place was much bigger than we'd expected. Inside the biggest dome, it feels as if you're in a rainforest. In the temperate biome, there were all kinds of environments quite close together. So there was a corner with wild South African plants, then a semi-desert with flowers, then an orchard with oranges and lemons growing. We had a great day.
Speaker 2.
I went on a school trip to the Eden Project last year. We listened to a talk by an environmentalist who told us that some kinds of plants may become extinct if we don't protect them. My visit made such an impression on me that I have decided to study biology at university.
Speaker 3.
To be absolutely honest, I didn't really enjoy my day at the Eden Project. It was a humid day in the middle of summer, and it was unusually busy when we went. This meant you couldn't see anything properly. It was so full of people, everyone had to keep moving. The place itself is fantastic. It must be a very exciting place to work. I just went on a bad day.
Speaker 4.
First of all, we went to the Mediterranean section of the warm biome where we saw fig trees and amazing tomato plants covered in flowers. Then we went across the bridge that takes you to the tropical biome, where the temperature was 30 degrees. It's fantastic what grows there. Coconuts, pineapples and rice were just a few of the things I'd never seen growing before. For me, the best thing was the waterfall, which starts up high then runs right through the forest to a pool at the bottom. It was probably the best trip I've ever been on.
Speaker 5.
It was a day to remember. In the biomes, we were taken to different worlds and saw how fruit, spices, coffee, rice, rubber and timber grow in their natural environment. We were only there for 2 hours, but when we left, we decided we'd come back again in 5 years' time to see how the plants have grown.
Why didn't one of the speakers enjoy the visit? المتحدث الثالث هو اللي ما حب الزيارة. Speaker 3. Why? Because it was a humid day in the middle of summer and it was unusually busy when he went. لأنه المكان لما رحله كان فيه رطوبة كتيرة بعز الصيف وكان المكان مزدحم جدا فما قدر يستمتع. Three. Match the words below with their meanings. Use a dictionary to help you check your answers. Environmentalist. Someone who tries to protect the environment. Exotic. Unusual, foreign. Protect. To stop harm or damage. Temperate. Not too hot or too cold. Waterfall. A flow of water from a river or stream falling from a height. Question 4. Check your understanding. Listen again and complete these statements. Speaker 1 took his wife and 2 children to the Eden Project. Speaker 1 found the Eden Project surprisingly big. Speaker 2 went on a school trip to the Eden Project. Speaker 2 found out information from a talk by an environmentalist. Speaker 3 went to the Eden Project on a humid day in summer. Speaker 3 thought that the Eden Project would be an exciting place to work. Speaker 4 started his visit in the Mediterranean section. Speaker 4 thought that the waterfall was the best thing about the Eden Project. Speaker 5 spent 2 hours at the Eden Project. Speaker 5 is going to come back to the Eden Project in 5 years' time. Question 5. Match these sentences beginnings A to E with the correct endings 1 to 5. Listen again to check your answers. Inside the biggest dome, it feels as if you are in a rainforest. After her visit to the Eden Project, this speaker decided to study biology. The Eden Project was very busy when this speaker went because it was the middle of summer. To get from one biome to another, you have to cross a bridge. In 5 years, this speaker is going to return to the Eden Project to see how the plants have changed. Question 6. Think and speak. Discuss the following questions in pairs or groups. The article says that one of the purposes of the Eden Project is to show how dependent human beings are on plants. How and why do you think human beings are dependent on plants? Human beings are dependent on plants in the following ways. For food and drink, for example, fruit and vegetables, tea, fruit juice, etc. For materials and clothing, for example, cotton and linen. For medicines, many drugs are made from plant extracts. For building materials, like wood. For the production of oxygen and the removal and storage of carbon dioxide. For fuel, wood, charcoal, coal, oil, and gas are all plant products. Now let's see some vocabulary. Match these words for things that grow with the illustrations. aubergine, banana, carrot, corn, fig, peanuts, pineapple, potato, rice, tomato. Question 2. Where do these things grow? On a tree, on a plant or bush, on the ground or under the ground? Complete this diagram, adding words from the list in exercise 1 in the correct place. Banana, fig, pineapple, aubergine, tomato, corn, rice, peanuts, carrot, potato. Question 3. Complete these sentences with the correct prepositions from the list. You will need to use some prepositions more than once. For, from, in, of, on, with. Human beings are dependent on plants. While she was at the Eden Project, one girl became very interested in biology. I've never been keen on museums. The Eden Project is quite different from a normal museum. On wet days, the biomes are full of visitors sheltering from the rain. Visiting the Eden Project makes you aware of the importance of plants. The Eden Project is particularly famous for its huge biomes. It's expensive to get into the Eden Project, but we were very satisfied with our visit. That's everything for today. Thanks for your time. See you next lesson.